Well, of course, in a couple of weeks' time, Tyson here has a massive date with David Haye. Tyson, I know you've been training, haven't you, on the continent? How's it all been going, your training?
It's all been going very well, you know. I've been training very, very hard. A long camp, but everything's been going really well.
Yeah. OK, I know that David Haye, we've got a little clip here from David Haye. Just have a little listen to what he says in anticipation of your fight in a fortnight's time.
I'm still going to knock this guy out, you know. When I say I find him funny, it doesn't mean I like him. You know, I just find him funny. He says real strange, wacky things. I don't know whether he does it on purpose or whether he's just a bit dumb. But he says some real strange things, the way he structures his sentences and the words he uses. He's just funny. I just find him quite funny. But come fight night, you know, there's going to be nothing funny about him. You know, he's going to be looking at doing some serious damage to me. Look, I'm sure he's going to be using his elbows, leaning on me, trying to rough me up, trying to use every pound of his 18.5 stone, wherever he's going to come into the ring at. And I can't allow that to happen, no matter how funny he is.
What do you make of that then, Tyson?
Well, he says a lot about jokers, says I'm the joker, but you know what? I think the joke's going to be on him when he's laying flat on his back on September the 28th. It will be a big laugh, and I will take a big laugh at him.
Richie, an impartial view then of the big fight in a fortnight's time.
Yeah, it's a cracking fight, clash of styles. I just want to know, how have you prepared in terms of sparring partners for someone like David Haye?
Well, I've had some really great sparring. I've had Fast Eddie Chambers, I've had Steve Cunningham, I've had a light heavyweight called Irfan Iqbal, I've had Michael Sprott, Dillian White. I've had more than enough sparring for somebody of David Haye's calibre.
So plenty of speed in there, yeah?
Plenty of speed, plenty of movement, plenty of good head movement, plenty of slick work, you know. They don't come any better at moving around the ring than Cunningham, and they don't throw many faster shots than Irfan Iqbal, and they don't move the head like Eddie Chambers does.
Are you confident you can chop and change your style, Tyson, to beat David Haye?
I'm what you call an adapter, and that means I adapt to any style that any man can bring at me. Whatever it needs to be done, I can adapt to beat him.
Yeah, we've seen that before, haven't we, in the ring, actually, with Tyson, haven't we? I mean, the fight when you fought southpaw throughout the whole bout.
Yeah, that was just one of the strings in my bow, you know, many more to come, you know. I'm not going to divulge what I'm going to do, but I can guarantee it's going to be very special, and you wouldn't have seen a heavyweight do it before.
And the training's been going really well. You've been pleased. You've been in Belgium, haven't you? Been pleased with what's been going on there?
I've been in Belgium for the last 6 weeks. I got back yesterday. Everything went really well. The whole camp went brilliantly. I'm absolutely over the moon with the way everything really went. There wasn't no injuries, nothing. There's no excuses. Everything's bang on.
Tyson, what about the occasion? It's going to be the biggest occasion for a long time in a British ring. How are you going to cope with that? Do you think you're experienced enough to cope with that?
Listen, I was born for this stuff. When the spotlight's on me, I thrive. It's what I live for, you know. Some people get embarrassed or shy about performing in front of thousands of people, but this is what I've been waiting for my whole life.
Well, that's right, Richie, isn't it? Because some people, you know, they build up to the big occasion, but it doesn't matter what the sport is. Sometimes it's too much for them. We often hear the phrase, you know, they froze on the big night.
Yeah, you can only prepare for so much, you know, but when the actual occasion comes and the crowd, you've got to have those invisible blinkers on and just concentrate on your opponent, because the crowd can get to you. And I mean, this fella, he brings a lot of crowd with him. So does David Haye. It's going to be a packed audience. I'm really looking forward to it.
How will you deal with those who aren't with you on the night, Tyson? Because David Haye, as Richie says, will bring his supporters with him. How will you deal with those against you on the night?
To be honest with you, I'll have a lot of support there. It's in my home city of Manchester, so I'm the local person. So it's going to be a great night of boxing, you know, and those people who come to support David Haye in the beginning will be leaving Fury fans, I can guarantee that.
Yeah, it's going to be some night to anticipate, isn't it, Richard? Look at the grin on your face, because this is what it's all about, particularly when, it's two British fighters.
Yeah, it's two British fighters. I mean, David Haye, very explosive, very fast. This fella's got the height, the reach. He could make it very awkward for David Haye because he's got the long reach, but also he can also sort of sit on him, put his strength and his aggression onto David Haye. So it just depends how this fella decides to fight. Does he go long or does he climb all over David Haye? That's why I asked whether you can chop and change his style.
Well, obviously, Tyson, obviously have been preparing by mimicking what you expect, and David Haye will have done the similar sort of thing as well, because as we saw in that little clip there, he's expecting Tyson to use his weight and his height and his reach maybe to lean on him when it's necessary.
I don't think David will fancy a long fight, to be quite honest, because he hasn't fought, over the last couple of years, hasn't fought a long.
He's been very inactive, yes.
So I don't think he will fancy, as I say, a 10 or 12 round contest. He'll try and get it over early. Who knows? I think one of them's going to take a good right hand. Can each one of them actually recover from the big shot? That's the big question.
What does the next couple of weeks hold for you then, Tyson? I mean, at what stage do you just sort of slightly taper it down a little bit?
You know, we're just tapering down now, relaxing, a bit of walking, swimming, that sort of stuff, light cardio. And basically, we're just going to go over techniques and watch a few videos of the Haymaker and pick out a few more flaws than he's already got.
Okay, then, the next 2 weeks, Tyson, we look forward to what happens there. Thank you very much indeed for now. We wish you all the best in a fortnight's time. By the looks of things, you cannot wait to get on with it.
I'm really eager to get in the ring myself now. You know, watching the boxing here tonight makes me proud of the training I've done, so I've prepared really well for my fight and cannot wait to get in there.
Well, we wish you the very best of luck in a fortnight's time. Thanks for coming along tonight.